There are quite a lot of more unique looking Pokemon in Sun and Moon, including Alolan versions of the Gen 1 Pokemon. So here's a top 10 list of the Pokemon that stood out to me. Number 10. Bominable. This crustacean has a nice design, but it is also a beneficial typing for ice types. It adds a resistance to rock defensively, but it is excellent offensively, nailing some daring flying types and steel types. It's also got good attacks with Stone Edge, Crab Hammer, and Earthquake for fire types. The reason why it's rather low on this list is that the speed stat is disappointingly low. It doesn't even have priority moves to help it out. When is Game Freak gonna realize that the slow ice types aren't a good idea? Number 9. Komodo. Dragon and Fighting would have been an absolutely beastly typing in the earlier gens if it were not for fairy types. Because of that, it gives it a 4x weakness to it sadly, and both of the stabs don't hurt fairy types well. This is why it's very low on this list, but if the enemy has no fairy types, this will lay waste with its coverage. It is also based on a Komodo Dragon, one of the coolest reptiles out there, and it's another typical pseudo-legendary dragon, but that's not really a bad thing now, is it? Number 8. Alolan Ninetails. Fairy typing does cushion ice typing from fighting types, although Frostlass does this better. Ninetails has some passable defenses to stick around, along with its status moves, but the problem is that the steel type weaknesses. While Alolan Ninetails can outspeed most steel types, it is hurt badly by Bullet Punch. Alolan Ninetails is a graceful looking Pokemon and can use Snow Warning, which is a little better than Abomasnow. Number 7. Pom-Pom Oricorio. This is perhaps the best form of Oricorio, both by having the best typing and being the cutest form. That's a good thing since its stats leave it much to be desired, but its typing is very good. Thank goodness for a Revelation Dance, because he wouldn't be able to use his non-flying stab moves otherwise. Number 6. Oranguru. Essentially Giraffe Rig with much better stats, mostly because it can actually tank hits. Normal and Psychic has a very good defensive bonuses. A Psychic type immune to Ghost, and a normal type that is not only not weak to fighting, but it can hurt them too. Here's also a nice looking Primate Pokemon to go along with the others. It is actually a pretty damn good supporter in double battles. Number 5. Araquanid. This is what Surskit should have evolved into, not just another flying bug Pokemon with defensive attack coverage. Bug Water gives a great defense against grass types that can harm water types, and control fire types foolish enough to face it. Now this is a weird Pokemon. It is offensively neutered, but it is quite tanky. But the neat thing about it is that it's got a very powerful yet weird bubble ability. It weakens fire moves, but it strengthens water moves. Number 4. Vikavolt. Here is another bug electric type, though Galvantula remains the cutest electric bug type that can use thunder. Levitate and its nice special attack makes Vikavolt something to watch out for, and its decent defenses may mitigate the low speed somewhat as an in-game threat. It has also a very imposing look for a bug and electric type. Number 3. Golisopod. This looks like a more badass version of Araquanid, and might be my favorite crustacean Pokemon. It also proves that Krabby does in fact fit in with that bug type trainer. They are aquatic arthropods, you little-minded kids. I could go on and on about the bug taxonomies, but I don't have much time. Its big flaw is its sole ability, Emergency Exit, which forces it to switch out if it hits half HP, which isn't great for a Pokemon with such nice defenses, and could have used a better ability. But it is tough, it hits hard, and it looks very menacing. Number 2. Alolan Muck. Now this is perhaps the funkiest Alolan form apart from Alolan Exeggutor. Seriously, that thing is weird. But it does also look a bit more menacing thanks to the spikes and teeth. But the dark poison typing helps it stand differently from Weezing, making it much better than Skuntank. It is very bulky, and has only 1-2x weakness to ground. Unfortunately, it somehow doesn't get Ice Punch, but it is a great Pokemon and I love it. Number 1. Marsh Shadow. The unseen mythical legendary in this game. Possibly the best ghost type in the series. Ghost and Fighting has completely unresisted coverage, and here's a Pokemon that gets stabbed on both. and has very good speed and offensive stats, but its move pool is unbelievable. Considering that the other Pokemon on this list, I expect some nasty drawback that kept me from truly enjoying these Pokemon, but this one, the only downside is that it's unreleased. Close Combat is always a strong fighting move, but his new Ghost move, Spectral Thief, is the best physical Ghost move in the game, and bypasses substitutes. It also helps that it looks menacing while also looking slightly adorable. This is without a doubt the greatest Gen 8 Pokemon, and my personal favorite. So, here was my top 10 list of my favorite Pokemon from Sun and Moon. If you agree, please leave a like. What about you? What are your favorite Sun and Moon Pokemon? Let me know in the comments, and if you want to see more videos quickly, feel free to subscribe.